Hi everyone, I'm so sorry that the live stream didn't work this morning, so I'm going to carry on with the workout. Hopefully you can access this video a little bit later on in the day. It will be up as soon as I can get it up on the channel. We've already done the warm-up. If you're joining in a little bit later, I'm not going to do a warm-up, I'm just going to cut straight to the activity. So make sure you've done a little warm-up beforehand. If you're not sure what that is, just do some star jumps, just do some jogging on the spot, make sure you've moved your arms, moved your legs, and done that. And I will do the cool down at the end so you can join in with that. And for those of you that watched earlier on, you'll know that I gave you a question. I will be giving you the answer at the end of that too, okay? So we're just gonna go straight into squat kicks. Hopefully you can see from there, I know that I'm a little bit, let me just adjust that slightly. We're going to go straight into squat kicks. Okay, so squat down, kick forwards. We're going to alternate feet, right foot, left foot, making sure you're squatting backwards onto there. I'm going to press the timer, gives us 5 seconds. Make sure you're going back on your feet. So 3, 2, 1, off you go. So back towards your feet, kicking forwards. Okay, so making sure that your knees never coming over your toes. I'm going to do that facing you guys now. Your hands can go wherever's comfortable, but make sure you're working your core, holding that nice and straight, not straight back, looking forwards the whole time. Okay, so 40 seconds of these, and then it'll be a 30-second rest. Okay, I'm going to be with you the whole time through. And kicking from your heels is 10 more seconds. So heels forwards. Remember what I said, if you do a different style of kick in your sport and you want to practice those, you can do that. So 30 seconds rest. Next thing we're going to do are Superman raises. So we're going to go down on the ground. Okay, arms forwards and back. Okay, and you're going to relax to the ground and you're going to raise both arms up and back down again. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way up and all the way down, slow and controlled. Okay, we're going to do that for 40 seconds, starting round about now. So down on the ground. Off you go. So shoulders and arms come up with your feet at the same time, back down, relax, and up again. So we just squeeze in slowly and calmly, nice and relaxed. Don't jerk it up, nice and slow, as high as you can go. Might not be very high at all, you might just be able to get your hands and feet off the ground, that's fine, okay? But we're working some back muscles here, so be very careful. Up and down. 10 more seconds, do a couple more, last one, and relax. Super, 30-second rest. Okay, a little bit more cardio now, so we're going to go into split jumps, spotted dogs, so 1 foot forwards, the other hand's forward as well, so left foot forward, right hand, and you're going to swap that over. Okay, and remember, just like I said earlier on in the warm-up, we're going to drive today from elbows and knees. So swap forwards, make sure your elbow and knee comes forwards and your elbow and knee goes back. Whichever one's going back, make sure you're driving from there, okay? And hold that position, do it with control. Off you go. So swapping and changing. Driving with a knee. Making sure the knee's never over the toes at the front, okay? We're looking for a 90-degree angle as best as possible. Okay, real control in how you're moving. And that starts by concentrating on the knee and the elbow, okay? You'll see I'm staying quite low as well. If you do it a bit higher, you should be able to move a little bit faster where your legs are straighter. The lower down you are, the more you're working the muscles. Holding that lunge position, okay? You can just walk it a little bit slow. We're gonna do this round twice through. Okay, talking to you from the top. Bicycle crunches now, so we go back down on the ground. Okay, we've done this one together before as well. So you can do it like you're riding a bike, just pedaling out forwards. Okay, trying to get those legs nice and straight, like you're pedaling an imaginary bike. If you really want that extra burn in the core, join, meet your elbows to your knees. Off you go. That timer was go. So elbows to your knees, or you can just hold your arms up, whichever's easiest. And if you need to, you can even put your feet down on the ground and just bring one knee up to your core at the same time, okay? So whichever's easiest, whichever one works for you.
Always remember, if it's too easy, you're not challenging your body enough. 10 more seconds, which means you're not making progress. You always want to be making enough progress, but you don't want it to be so hard that you're doing your body damage. Times there. Don't want it to be so hard that you're damaging your body, or that you're not doing the activities right, because that doesn't help either. So find that balance. Super. Press ups. Again, this is something everyone's going to have a slightly different level of. Okay, so you can start on your knees, you can start in plank, you can come all the way down to the ground and push back up, or you can hover just before and push back up. And again, you can do those, off you go, from your knees if you want to, down to the ground, push up, down to the ground, push up, trying to keep those tummy muscles engaged, back up. I'm going to demonstrate these the whole time for this round. So if you're feeling like your form's not good, copy mine. Okay, so I'm just pushing myself back as if I'm going to stand up from the ground and stand up. Okay, 10 more seconds. Down and back up. Make sure your hands are below your shoulders. Push yourself back up. Keeping that back nice and straight the whole time. That's time. Rest there. And that is the first round. So we're going to go back to where we started, which was squat kicks. Okay, squat kicks to begin with. You can work yourself a little bit harder now, so we're going to go down a little bit lower and make sure those kicks are really coming up high. Okay, so really focus. This is a good one for the legs today. So we're going to make sure that we're coming backwards past our heels of our squat, forwards with our heels on the kick. Off you go. So it's backwards, kick forwards, backwards, kick forwards. So make sure we're working. Okay, if you're someone that does side kicks as part of your martial arts training maybe, or wherever else it might be, you're welcome to do your squat sideways on and kick out sideways if you'd rather. Okay, make sure you're really working and holding those tummy muscles. So keeping your body nice and straight the whole time. Well done. These are full body movements. So you're working every part of your body as much as possible. Okay? Back down to Superman. I do tend to lose my voice, my breath, because I'm talking too much. So control your breathing, that's important. We're going with Superman raises again. Just lay down on your front, arms and legs out as straight as you can. Need control. Okay, so arms and feet come up now, off you go. So just bringing them up nice and high. This is a gymnastics move. Oh. Just a sort of curve of the back, bringing that down, showing control. It's not one that you'll do on a pommel horse, but it is a move that helps strengthen your core for any gymnastic activity you might be able to do. Oh. 10 more seconds, strengthening those muscles, breathing in and out, and relax. I say relax. Get ready for the next bit, but you've got a 30-second little rest here. Battery's low. There'll be something else that kicks me off today. Okay, split jumps. So again, remember, you can try and get a little bit lower now for these. So you're going to start left hand forward and right foot forwards, or the other way around, whichever's most comfortable. And we're going to do that change. Okay, coming down nice and low, trying to keep the muscles engaged the whole time, okay? So it's just a little jump and split. If you want to do it higher up, so it's less of a bend, that's going to be a bit easier. If you go right down, you could basically jump into lunges. If that's where you want to challenge yourself to, okay? So just think about where you are. If it's really burning, you can come up a little bit higher. Just changing those each time. Relax there. Excellent work. Bicycle crunches. We'll give our legs a rest, work on the core. So back down on the ground. Talk you through it again. Holding your arms up is important, okay? Even if you're not using your arms for the twists, keep them up. Your body's engaged, you're working your core, you're improving your form, okay? Ready to start? Off you go. So like you're riding a bike. Okay, if you need to. One leg in at a time. Okay, if you want to, twist with your elbows too. Bring elbow to your knee. Again, this can be really slow and controlled, and sometimes that's even better for your muscles, to show them that they need to work the whole time. In and out, in and out. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 1, 0. Woo! Good one. Okay, last one, press ups. I'm standing up. If you stood up, well done, extra bit of work. If you didn't, roll over onto your front. Last action, okay? Last move. I'm gonna go from this position up into full body now. So my knees come off, same movement, but I'm just bringing my feet, straightening my legs out, okay? Hands beneath your shoulders, down to the ground, and push up, off you go. Down to the ground, and push up. If you're touching the floor, it's absolutely fine, down, and back up. If you don't want to touch the floor, and you want to push yourself straight back up, do that too. Again, find your challenge. It's about finding where you're comfortable. Holding, pushing, breathing in, breathing out. In on the hard, in on the easy, out on the hard. In and out. In and out. Super. And that tells us that we're at the end of our workout section, which is great. We're going to do a cool down. I'm going to tell you the answer to the questions and leave you with that for today. So, cool down is going to be a mountain pose. So we're going to have feet together, arms up nice and high. So bring them in as you breathe in. Deep breath through your lungs and breathe out. We're going to do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, breathe in, fill your lungs, and this time we're going to dive forwards with our hands together, swan dive into a forward fold, okay, so breathe out, diving down to the ground, and just hold, let your head be heavy, let your weight just sort of pull and help you stretch, slowly with control. We're going to come up halfway, so breathing in, looking forwards, and back down again. And we're going to come all the way up this time, so breathe in, all the way to the top, deep breath, keep breathing in, and on the exhale we're going to go down, swan dive again, to the ground. From here we're going to straighten our back and just walk our hands forwards into that plank position again. Okay, so we're just going to stretch from here. Shoulders pushing away from the ground. Okay, we're just going to come, put your knees down behind you. Just going to come to here so you can see me. Knees down behind you, and we're going to rest into child's pose. So your feet can be together now. A little space in between your knees for your chest. To push yourself in, slide your hands forwards. Okay, so we're just stretching out our shoulders and our back because we've done some work here on those today. Again, just control your breathing now. Slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, come back up to your hands and knees. Okay, swing your legs round. And we're just going to lay down on our back. I'm going to lay here so you can see my whole movement. We're just going to lay down Hands are going to come to your sides. Just lay here. If you want to, you can close your eyes. Just take a moment to just feel the breath coming in and out of your body, okay? So just breathing in, again, deeply through your nose. Slow breath out through your mouth. Slowly just try to think about how your body's reacting to that breath. Okay, this time take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. And feel the cold air as you breathe in and the warm air as you breathe out through your nose. Another deep breath, the biggest breath you've taken all day so far. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Just do 2 more of those by yourself. Feel the air leaving your body. Slowly just roll onto your side and come to a seated position. Nice and slow, don't rush. If you had your eyes closed, make sure you open those slowly. Okay, so as I said earlier, I'm very sorry. This is the best I could do for you guys today. Hopefully you can join in with me again tomorrow morning, 8:30, and it will be live, and we can start our day that way all together, which is always much better. Answer to your question from earlier on, you may have heard me say that strengthening your body is useful in gymnastics, but that Superman pose wasn't something you could do on a pommel horse, which means that the question from earlier, which piece of equipment does, what sport would you find the piece of equipment, the pommel horse? The answer is gymnastics. So thank you very much for tuning into this. Hopefully I'll see you live tomorrow morning or Tuesday morning, depending what time you're seeing this. And I'll catch up with you again very soon. Bye guys.